Good morning, guys. Sorry about the voice this morning. I know I'm a little hoarse today, but it's been a rough couple of days. Um, but I want to thank you for being here. I wanted to thank you for taking the time to be with me this morning. I know that it's not easy to make time, especially these days where, when your time is so precious, when a lot of people are struggling. But I want you to know I appreciate you being here. I appreciate you being with me. I appreciate you spending the time out of your day with me this morning. So I want to start off by saying thank you and welcome to the show. So good morning. I hope you're doing good this morning. Uh, I hope everybody can hear me. I know my voice is a little shot today. So obviously it'll be a short episode. But I tell all of you that I will be vulnerable with you and I will be honest with you. And I get on here a lot and I talk about how much I try and leave my old story behind, how much I try to embrace my new life, but every now and then life catches up to you. Every now and then a challenge comes before you that pushes you and humbles you. And what I want you to understand is that you're greater than any challenge that comes for you. This morning, I want to just take a minute and I want you to know how much I love my wife, how much she means to me, and that I would do anything for her. And I have allowed a certain standard in my life because I thought from where I started that success would be okay at a certain level because I never knew abundance. I never knew success. I knew struggle. I knew pain. So to be able to take those off the plate means a lot. But now I have to take this to another level. Now, in order for me to become the husband that I need to be, I have to take this to another level. I no longer have the option of sitting around and waiting for the moment to come. Just like I've created this moment with my body by doing the work. Just what like I've created this moment by coaching people and helping them and giving myself the confidence to know that I'm good at what I do. But I know some days it seems like I just bulldoze through my problems. And maybe I was. Maybe that's why the challenge came to me the way that it did. But I want you to understand something. Even when I get on here and I try and be positive for you, even when I get on here and I try and be motivating and I try and make you achieve your dreams, I don't want you to ever think for a second that I'm not going through it too. I don't want you to think for a second that it's easy for me to put away problems of my past, to put away limiting beliefs that I've carried for a lifetime. I know you guys can hear it in my voice, the kind of day that I had. And I'm not quite ready to share it yet. But I want you to know that God's with me. But this is one of the scariest challenges I've ever gone through. The other day I sat there and for the first time in my adult life, I had to face one of my biggest fears, but I had to do it with love. And in that moment, I'm not going to lie to you, I was overcome with fear. I was overcome with the possible horrors that could come in the future, and I gave into it for a minute. I did. It overwhelmed me. It flooded every sense that I had, and I thought that that was going to be it. I thought that I couldn't do it anymore. I thought that I should give up. How can I help other people if I can't help myself? But in that moment, I looked at my wife, and I knew that she needed a husband that could make this happen. She needed to see in me the strength for me to make this happen. And when I dug inside, that strength was there. When I dug inside, I found the answer to the question that I was asking. I cried a lot. That's why I can barely talk. But what I want you to understand is every one of those tears are for a reason. Anything that I go through, I share with you because I want you to know it's not always easy to be, you know, motivating. It's not always easy to be positive. You know, some days I get hit with it just like you guys do. And right now I'm going through it, but I will get through it because the power that I've created is within me. The power that is within me lies beneath the surface, and sometimes it's hard to see. You know, you get celebrated in the light for what you do in the dark. You get celebrated in public for what you do in private. It's because having integrity is what makes you who you are. And it's what you do when no one else is looking that defines you when they are. I know that a lot of time I get loud, but I can't do that today. I can't yell at you for you to understand how important this is to me. I can't scream. I can't get your attention. The one thing I can do is be vulnerable. The one thing I can do is be honest. And I want you to know that today I'm creating my future. That today I take everything that I've learned from my past and I put it to work for my future. And I invite you, if you're watching this, if you want to be a part of that, if you want to leave your past behind and embrace the future that you deserve, message me. It's time for us to change. It's time for us to have abundance, not struggle. It's time for us to embrace the love in our life. It's time for us to stand together, not apart. There is no color. There's only heartbeats. There is life, and I respect every one of them. I will do some amazing things. And if I'm lucky enough to have you in my life, I'd like to invite you to be a part of that. Now, I assure you, some people watching this won't get it. Some people watching this will think that I'm full of shit, and that's fine. Because when I achieve my goal and I continue to grow, those people will just have to watch. But I'm asking you, I'm begging you, don't be one of those people. Take this journey with me. Grow when I grow, and we can grow together. But we have to put in the work. I can't just give it to you. So I guess the real question is how bad do you want it? How bad do you want the life that you say you want? Because I'm going to change my story today. Are you going to change yours? I hope so. I really do. I hope so. So if you're watching right now, I want you guys to do something for me. I've been putting these shows up on YouTube. I know that's all over Facebook on the Facebook Live, but I need some support on my YouTube channel in order for me to start building an audience. I need you guys to go check out my YouTube and subscribe. I need the numbers now in order to start getting the views in order to reach my goal. So I don't ask for much, but if you could, right down here, the Wonder Walters on YouTube, go check us out. It'd mean a lot to me. It would help us reach our goal. And if we're going to reach our goal, what are we shooting for? Greatness. I know that some people might seem conceited to say that, but I've struggled enough to know that I deserve it. I've put in the work. I know how to achieve it. Now it's time to go chase it and become the person I was meant to be. Struggle is real, but courage is the ability to see fear and be brave in the face of it. Not to ignore it, but to see the fear and to be brave in the face of it. And that's what I'm going to do. I'm scared, but I'll be brave because I know we got this with zero doubt. This is what we do. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying. So, are you struggling today? Are you going through it? Do you need help? I know a lot of times you guys just watch me, but I want you to know something. I coach people all over the world now, and I've been able to help save marriages. I've taken men in their 60s and helped them chase dreams that they gave up in their 20s. I've helped women find the warrior inside them so that they can become the queen they are meant to be. And I have found men and helped them find the warrior inside them, the power that they gave away at some point and they didn't know how to take back. If any of this is you, if I can help you in any way, I'm always here. But I know a lot of you can't afford my rates and the coaching. So from now on, at least once a week, this number right here, you can call me on the show. I'll bring you on. We'll talk. You can text me and I'll text you in private. But if you want to come on the show, if you need answers now, if you have something weighing heavy on your heart, I want you to know that you can text that number below. And I'm here. I want to help. I've done a lot in my life. Don't let my knowledge go to waste. Let it help you. So if you want to be on the show, if you want to come on and you want to talk and you want a moment of clarity, or you just want to come on and get a virtual hug, whatever it is, you need it. I got it. Let's grow together. So I'm going to leave that up there for the rest of the show. But for 1 second, you know how we do. You know what today is. And I'm so glad that she's here because she can talk and my voice can take a break. Ladies and gentlemen, oh, you see her back there? Ladies and gentlemen, I want you to know that all the strength that I have comes from the blessing of having this woman in my life. She is my rock. She is my foundation. She is everything that we need. She is the light I wish to see in the world. And she is the reason I get out of bed in the morning, and she's the person that I dream of at night. Ladies and gentlemen, I can't say it enough, but with all the love in my heart, put your hands together, get up out your seat, and let me hear it for the one, the only, Miss Sabrina. Hey. Oh, there she is.
Hey
Hi,
guys.
Bina.
Hi guys. I was going to say, you're going to sit it down? You sit down with you?
You can. I was holding it because I was holding it so close to my, so they could hear me.
Okay. Well,
So
they're not going to have to need that for me because I'm loud too.
Okay, you want to sit down?
Here, I was going to say, no, here, you sit.
Hold on. I need that. Rest my vocal cords for a second.
Okay. Well, I guess I'm taking over the chair then. Hey guys, how's it going? Let me get you pulled up here. Let's see here. Because unfortunately, I can't see if you guys are saying anything. But good morning. Happy Friday. We already got our workout in this morning, so I'm nice and peppy.
Here,
Feeling good. Got a sore shoulder.
Let me put the number back up there.
Okay. Yeah, so this number here, guys. Well, hold on. Let me get my. Now I see why Jimmy has such a hard time pointing at it. But this number right here, right here, under the leg, under here. If you guys want to talk, you guys, we can actually bring it on the show. So you guys can say, hey, and talk to us and we can actually see you. If you don't want to get in the comments, I know me personally, I'm one to stay in the comments and talk. I'm not all about being on the screen. So, but you got to support the ones you love, right? So that's why I'm here. That's why I'm here. I just want to pull you guys up so I can see your comments because that's normally my job. I was running a little behind as always. I always have to work like every Friday. So I feel like every Friday show, it takes me a little bit in getting tuned in with you guys. So, but we're good now. So it looks like we got all kinds of people. All kinds of people. Hey, hey, hey. Perfect.
Hi, Sanda.
Hey, Sanda. We see you. We see your love. Okay, here you go. There you go.
I'll do your job today.
Oh, we're taking jobs over today. So, but it is Friday. So if you guys do have comments or concerns or questions or whatever, go ahead and put them in the comments for us. We'll answer them for you too. So Jimmy's going to pull them up. And since Jimmy's voice is a little tapped right now, it's all that yelling in the mornings, all that priming, I know. No, but with
something like that.
But with all of his, I was going to say, I can share with you.
Okay, I'll do it.
We can share.
I'll do it. I don't know if this chair is made for my big butt.
It's got it though.
A little butt, but
we can do it. I'll sit on your lap if anything. So, but yeah, so we're here and it's Friday and we rise together on Friday. So put it in the comments if you guys want to chit chat. If not, we're just going to take over the show and chit chat with you. So
today, I hope you guys can hear me. Now that I got a drink, it's a little bit easier for me to talk. But today I want to talk about the gift that Sabrina gave me last week and the gift that she gave to both of us. And
oh, we got somebody coming in.
Oh, look at that. I love it. I love it. Hold on. I got you. Now I just got to get over here real fast.
So we got somebody coming in, guys.
Yeah.
Hold on. We got a few, it looks like, maybe.
It's taking me to the wrong one.
Right there.
There we go. It should be good. All right, perfect. All right, send the link out. Beautiful, beautiful.
We'll see if we can get somebody on. But if not, so the gift. Get back on topic.
The gift. Sabrina, I have been wanting to go to see Tony Robbins Unleash the Power Within like my whole life. A short backstory is that when I was a kid, my parents used the TV as the babysitter, but oftentimes I would be up late, and because no one else was awake, that turned Tony Robbins into my babysitter. So I would stay up late and watch Tony Robbins all the time. And when I was a kid and I was going through things, I would listen to him and he would help me work through it. But obviously his events were always so much that I could never go to it. But Sabrina, for my birthday this year, knowing that UPW is coming, she got me the tickets, and we're both going. We're both going to UPW, and we're both going. You better sit up straight. Come on, girl.
I'm trying.
I'm sorry. I'm
sorry. My shoulder's sore. I slept apparently wrong. I fell asleep on the couch like this. Oh yeah, like that.
But we're going to UPW.
Yep.
And on the other side of this, we're going to do things that we've never done before, and I'm super excited for it. But most of all, I'm excited for the person that she will become. Yes. And that I will become.
Yes.
And the strength that we will grow together.
Yes.
we are just doing a couple of these exercises have changed our life.
And that was the whole point of it with getting it for him, because typically UPW, when you go to a live event, it is a full day event, and it's for like 3 or 4 days. You're literally there for 12 hours. He doesn't get off stage to use the restroom. This is how much he throws into these conferences. And they're normally, to go to one of these in person, to do it for the 4 days, they're like $3,000 a piece for a ticket. But all kinds of people go. Like all these different celebrities will go. Oprah, Hugh Jackman, Kevin Hart,
Jerry Butler,
Jerry Butler, Leonidas,
Conor
McGregor, like all these different people have gone to these conferences. And I can remember when he first started talking about all of this, and this was like, I feel like years ago too, he talked about it and things like that. But I was like, there's no way we can just drop $3,000. But a lot of things have changed since Corona. And with Corona happening, unfortunately, he can't sell out stadiums anymore. He can't sell out pavilions. He can't have all these gatherings of people together. So Tony has put together this virtual conference, which means we're literally on the phone with him. We're on our laptops, our TVs, our tablets, whatever it is. That's how we're going to be able to go. This is how they're working around it and how it's evolving because of everything that's happened this year. So with that opportunity coming up, obviously we're not in person. We're not doing the fire walk. We're not going to be there.
I'm doing the fire walk.
He says he's going to walk on fire.
She told me I'm not allowed to, but I'm doing the fire walk. So if you want to see me walk on fire,
he's going to burn up my damn yard.
I'm going to build it in the front yard. There's no way I'm doing UPW and not doing the fire walk. I'm doing the fire walk.
But they have things like this to keep you engaged and things like that. So I knew with them not being able to give as much that the price was going to be cut down. And he was telling me, and we were doing the weekly challenge, which we'll get back to that here in a second too, but they give you like a free week beforehand to kind of pump you up and promote it, obviously, to get you to come and stuff like that. But during that week, I could just tell every day he was so excited. And then I would see at the end when they start to go over pricing and things like that. And with not wanting to spend a lot of money right now with Corona and us trying to start our food truck and things like that, when he told me how much the tickets were, I should say, I was like, you got to be kidding me. Like, this is insane. Like, this is literally, I don't even know, like a fifth of what it should be. The tickets were only like $400. And I was like, and I can come too. I can sit there with you. It's not like we're paying two. I mean, we're getting 2 for 1 for $300, $400. Are you crazy, Jimmy? Go ahead and do it. Like, what are you stuttering? What are you waiting for? Do it. And he did. He pushed back on me, and I was like, listen, I had a really big event I wanted to go to, which it's a circus. It's not like your typical circus with clowns. They do lyra hoop. So they do the long, thick silks that like Pink does in her concerts and stuff like that. That's what I'm aspiring to be too. One of these days I will be in the circus. But, you know, when I was seeing how much it was, once again, this is where you give and take in your relationships too. I saw how much he needed and how much our week. So I told you they gave us a free week. In that free week, so much had changed with us, and we had grown so much together as a couple. So I knew if that was just the free stuff, I couldn't imagine what we were going to get from actually paying for it, because they're going to give us value in that. So I was like, you know what, Jimmy, take the money that we were going to spend, which was half. It was $180 to go to this event for me to go to the circus and see all these performers that I wanted to see, to get influence for me. I was like, take that money and throw it in that pot for UPW. You want to go get a jet ski? We can wait on a jet ski and do that next summer. Take the money. Once again, instead of going on the jet ski, instead of going to the circus, the money that we were going to spend on that paid for UPW. So as soon as I told him that, he was all in. He was like, okay, all right, if you're good, you're good. I was like, and I'm going to do it with you, because I feel like if you do it by yourself, that you're just going to be learning on your own. If we're trying to grow together too as a couple, I need to do it. Relationship day of that free week.
Honobono.
Yes.
If you don't know what that is, look it up. Honobono.
A Honobono, right?
No, I think it's Honobono.
It's Hawaiian. I clearly don't know how to say it.
We're still learning. But that changed that saved our marriage. I'm going to be honest with you. You know, we have a great relationship. And a lot of people look at us and think that, you know, this is easy, but it takes constant growth. Every 2 years, we hit a roadblock that we have to address as a couple.
Yep.
You know, we hit something that's like, bam, and we have to learn to sit down and talk to each other in order to get around it. You know, it's not always about destroying it. It's about understanding it and knowing how to get by it together.
Yep.
So Ho'oponopono, I think I'm saying that right. If I'm not, I'm sorry. But Ho'oponopono it's a phrase, and it's something that you use in order to remind yourself and center yourself on your partner.
Yep.
And how much you love your partner.
Yep.
I'm gonna let Sabrina say it because she says it a lot better than me.
So when you go through it, so this is an argument. This is when you're upset. This is when you don't know how to express yourself. Me. So when you can't find the words to say to your partner, this was something that Sage and Tony showed us through this free week, was literally, you love this person, right? You want to give this person everything. They're the love of your life. They're your husband, your wife, your partner, whomever they are to you, your children. Instead of fighting with them, and this is something that's really changed me, instead of fighting with them and proving that you're right and having to get your point across and making sure you felt and heard in that moment, stop. You know you're going to hurt yourself. You know you're going to feel bad afterwards on what you say and what you do. And you're going to hurt your partner and you're going to break your partner. You're not going to bring yourselves together. So only thing, and this has worked for me literally within the past week when I get frustrated. When I get frustrated, I try to hide and work on it myself. But it's clear as day the other day when I had this moment, I heard Sage's voice say, you love this man. God gave you this man to love. Now go love him. And I walked down to the living room and I sat beside Jimmy and he was waiting for me to woo and just give it to him. I said, hey, can we talk? And the look on his face was like he was completely shocked. He went from, oh God, here it comes, to what?
She's never done that. Real quick, I want to interrupt.
Yeah.
I love her.
Yeah.
But when she's mad,
yeah,
she can be a fucking nuclear bomb. Man. So I give her space and I'm like, okay, don't let me light the fuse.
Right.
You know, so I try and let her calm down. But because of that, we have limitations in our relationship because we don't work through the moments that we need each other because we separate.
And most of the time it's because, I can say for myself, I'm trying to prove my point. Get my point across. He needs to know what I'm saying and how I feel. And, you know, it doesn't matter how he feels in that moment. And I honestly don't want to do that. In that moment, that's what I want to do. But that's not really what I want to do. I don't want to put him down anymore. We're clearly already upset and fighting. Why am I trying to make it worse? So that night when I walked out and I asked him if we could talk, it shifted. And all I didn't say a word at all. I just grabbed him up in my arms and I told him that I loved him. I was sorry. I asked him to forgive me. And when he did, I said, thank you. And that's literally what I kept saying. The first time I said it once and it was like it didn't connect with him. So as I still had him in my arms, I said it again. I said, I'm sorry. I love you. Please forgive me. Thank you.
Now I want you to understand something. Me, I love her. This is everything to me. But I was so thrown off by this moment that I was literally in the first 2 times she said it going, what the fuck? Are you coaching me right now? Like, I didn't know how to take it. I'm not going to lie. I did not know how to take it. So I fought against it. But she was strong enough to keep going.
And that's what I did. I just kept saying it over and over and over. And it was crazy because we were so tense at first when we were hugging each other. Because I know he probably didn't really want to hug me in that moment. But I needed him to know. But as I started to hug him, he got looser and comfortable. And he just settled in my arms. And I could tell. So after I said it a few more times to him, he started just saying it back to me. We weren't arguing. We weren't fighting. He wasn't trying to, he wasn't trying to fight back with me like he normally does, where it's, you're right, I'm right, you're right, I'm right, you know, back and forth stuff. It wasn't that at all. It was just, what's a good word? It was a stalemate. We stopped.
The key point of it for me is that both parties in an argument want to be heard.
Yep.
Both parties are fighting to be heard and make sure that they're understood. And what happened in the moment when we started saying it together was we were both being heard, but our message was the same.
Yes.
And that saved our marriage. I'm not joking to you. I'm not trying to get you to buy UPW or Tony Robbins.
No.
I'm telling you that this is something that he didn't invent. This is a Hawaiian tradition.
Yep.
That we did,
that they practice in their marriage. We attain to be on their level one day with the passion that they have and you know the way that they live their lives. So to see her explain that day, and like I said, this was during the free trial, that I was like, if this is helping us right now and we're breaking through grounds, then we're going for it. we're going to do it. And it's the best thing that's happened to us. Even in the little fights, like the little ones, like he's got his socks on the floor again. Or I've got my bobby pins, because I bobby pinned my hair up. I'm sure they're already falling out of this mop this morning. They're everywhere, and he steps on them and he yells, you know. And those little moments when he wants to turn around and give it to me and tell me all about myself, stop. You love them. Remember that you love them. That's what it is. That's what you're here for. They wouldn't have been brought into your life. How you would feel, like, because in that moment when I was upset the other night, how would I have felt if I went to sleep that night and I woke up and Jimmy wasn't there anymore? You know, it would have floored me. And I'm so happy that I heard that voice in my head to be like, you love him. He was brought to you to love. You need to pull your big girl pants up, swallow your pride, and go back out here and work on your marriage, because you're never going to go forward. You're never going to have babies with this man if you can't get this together. You're never going to be able to start your business together if that's what you want. You're never going to be able to support him if you can't even talk to him. And it was really funny because Jimmy also reminded me that night that we're best friends. There was a time where we were just friends, but we looked forward just to getting together so we could just talk to each other about it. And that helped too. That I remember sitting in the Lowe's parking lot until 3 a.m.
All the time.
All the time. I'd get off work at like 10, and we would sit in that parking lot. He would come and meet me after work, just as friends. There was no romance at this point at all. Maybe on his end, not on mine. But he was coaching me, obviously.
You see how cute she is? I'm just saying.
But the sprinklers would come on, like all the lawn sprinklers would come on, because we would be there all night just talking. And in that moment, that's what I wanted it to feel like, was that we were just friends again, and that, you know, we could say whatever we needed to say, and I wasn't going to get mad at him. However, whatever tone he used, whatever words he used, I just knew that he was just trying to be heard in that moment too. And it made it a lot easier on me that we kind of apologized first. We got upset, but we apologized first. And then slowly but surely, it was like we were able to pull those sticky notes. That's another sage thing. But we were pulling the sticky notes off slowly and surely, and actually working through the problem itself. Because sometimes I would feel like I would just want to settle it and just be done with it and not talk about it anymore and just move on. But that's not a good thing either. You need to kind of work it out too. You need to work it out a little bit too. Even like I said, you want to be heard. But the first step to being heard is to do that, is to sit down and tell them that you're sorry, because you are sorry. It doesn't matter if it was your fault or not. You shouldn't act the way you did. You could have been better, right? And
it becomes a tool. So when I'm mad at her in the future, I don't have to say, I'm mad. All I have to do is walk up to her and hug her.
Grab me.
And say, I love you. And then that starts the process of her knowing, A, I'm upset. But B, this is a better way to show it than arguing.
Yep.
You know, like, it's easy to let our emotions get a hold of us in the moment. But what we're trying to do is be better so that we can keep that communication. Does that make sense? Give me a thumbs up.
Boop,
I see you backstage.
Give us some hearts. Give us hearts.
Yeah.
We can see them in the comments.
Right. So I have two people backstage that I just absolutely love to death. And I'm super excited to hear Sanda and Sabrina get to talk, because I think they will absolutely love each other. And I got Charles backstage too. So they sent me the link this morning because I've been doing so well with my show. They gave me the uptake that I can have 10 people on my show at once now.
Oh, wow.
So as many of you as want to call in, we're going to do this. We're a community and we do this together. So I'm going to go ahead and bring them on. All right. There is Sanda. Hello, Miss Sanda.
Hi.
And Charles.
Sorry.
Check that out.
What's up?
Hey,
What's up? What's
guys.
up?
How cool is that?
What's going
I was
on?
going to say, let's turn you up a
I was
little
going to
bit.
say,
Nope, it's all up.
You guys hear me?
We got you up.
let's see. Let me change that layout real quick so that we're a little spaced out. Beautiful. I like it. There we go. I got that cool background in there. I want to make sure you guys get to see that.
So can you
yeah.
hear him?
Can you hear him? Can you not hear him?
I can't really hear Charles.
Hold on.
No? Can you guys hear me?
It's all spoken.
I can hear him.
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Stand
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, it's
I can
good.
hear
All good.
Say something so I can see if I can hear you, Sanda.
Uh-oh, did she freeze?
Sanda, say something.
you. No, I'm here.
I can't hear you.
Yeah, she's here.
Can't hear me.
Oh, no, there it is.
Oh, it's a little choppy.
Oh, it's coming through. How weird is that? Okay, for some reason it's coming through my earpiece like it's a phone call. Let's see if we can do Bluetooth this.
As always, it's always a work in progress.
Yeah, you gotta love being on live shows. It's always something new.
Mhm.
All right. Survey says,
Yeah.
let's try it again.
Hola.
No, it's still on there. No worries.
No?
No worries. We'll figure it out. All right. So let's see. Charles, Sandra, hello, hello. Good morning. I hope
Hello,
you guys
hello.
liked the
Good
little
morning,
episode about Honobono this morning.
Oh yeah. I feel like it is a learning process, when it comes to relationships. You guys key on a lot of things.
It's not even
Yeah.
coming through there.
No? Hey, let me. I have my headphones in. Let me.
I mean, maybe headphones might work for us. You know what? Let's try that.
Is that a little bit clear?
She's gonna go get
Am I
the
a little bit
headphones
more
and see
clear
if
now?
that works. I'm not sure. For some reason, it's coming through like the earpiece where the phone, like if you were to call me, it's coming through that earpiece. The only thing I can hear is it coming through the earpiece. So I have to talk to you guys like this. I don't think they quit.
Technical difficulties.
Right? Please
Yeah.
stay
No, this I'm
technical.
not sure. All right, don't worry, we'll figure it out. So
Yeah, we'll get better.
I'm trying. I wonder if that's like a setting on the new settings, because they changed all this up for it so that I could do all these new like features to bring people on. So I have to check that out today and see what exactly is.
Yeah.
Settings. I always like learning this new stuff, but I probably shouldn't learn it while I'm on the actual
show and sneak off to find a charger. Oh, now it's just me and you. Hi. Where did he go?
You probably went to go fix the settings or something, because I know there's settings on the bottom, but it's just like trying to turn your camera up. There it is.
Oh, there we go!
Yeah.
Yay!
Yeah.
All right, I had to go back out and come back in. So,
Can you hear us more clearly now?
God, yes. Oh, it's so much better. I can hear all of you guys. That's so
good.
All right, boo boo, we got it. Oh, you hear my voice? Oh.
I mean, it sounds better from this morning, though. I hear the.
Well, yeah. This morning I had nothing. Like from sleeping all night and not talking at all. My vocal cords are like no. All right, where you at? Where you at? Get back over here.
All right.
Get back over here.
Share the seat.
Oh. Yeah. We'll try it. We'll try it. We can do this.
It's a little camera to get into. There we go.
All right. So,
okay, so now.
We were saying, Charles and Sanda. Wait, hold on. I gotta do my Brady Bunch. Sanda and Charles. We love you guys. Thanks for coming on the show. I'm so excited for you guys to get to talk to Sabrina too. What do you guys think of the Honobono story?
You want to go?
Oh, you go ahead.
Yeah, I feel like based off, the experience I've had, it's more so a learning process, not just, although you want to have your views and you want to get your point across. It's like, at the end of the day, we're friends and we love each other and we don't want to tarnish that. We don't want to break that. And it's like, it's the way you go about it, and I like that the fact that she came in and she was just like, she sat down and, I just want to talk to you, because I've been in positions where it's like, I want to get my messages across, and it's like at the end we're both just separated, the communication's off and we're not talking. It's like I feel worse instead of not going about it in a tender way and changing that shit. So I feel like that Pono, if I'm saying it right,
Nobody can say it right.
I feel like that's a good tool, that's a good strategy, because it's a relationship and you guys are going forward, this is for the long haul. So it's just like, let's get back to that best friend relationship and keep it there no matter what may happen. We're gonna get through it, and it's just how you go about it.
Yep.
You got it. And one of the craziest parts for me is that the phrases are so simple.
Yeah.
They're so simple, but you never say them in an argument.
No.
You never say, I love you. You never say, I forgive you.
Mm-hmm.
You never say, thank you. Oh, I'm missing one.
I love you. I'm sorry. Or I'm sorry. I love you.
I'm sorry. I love you.
Please
forgive me. Thank you. Those are all things that you say all the time, but you don't say in the moments you need to say them. And it was weird for me to say, forgive me, when I was angry.
Yeah.
Because I couldn't be asking for forgiveness and be angry at the same time, if that makes sense.
Well, that, and then when you're going into it too, you're trying to get your point across. You're not sorry right now. You're not sorry at all.
Yeah.
Like, you're mad. So to say it, like when I was in the bedroom when it happened and I heard it, I was like, I'm not mad though. Like maybe I am mad. Maybe I'm. And then it started getting me thinking. I'm like, okay, yeah, I'm being ridiculous right now. I need to grow up. So.
Excellent, excellent, excellent. All right, Miss Sanda, I'm very excited for you two to talk. So, Sanda, Sabrina, Sanda, what did you think of this morning?
So my name is Sanda. I haven't really been on here as much as I'd like to lately. There's been a lot going on in my life, but I am a huge supporter of James and what he does. He's one of the best people I think I've ever had the opportunity to meet. And I am super glad I get to meet you today, Sabrina and Charles. Yeah, I met James through Joe Tang and the Tang Gang on TikTok. And they are just the most positive group of people. And I think at the time I needed to meet them. And my whole outlook on life has changed since meeting everyone. So I appreciate you for that. I think what you're doing and how you talk about relationships is huge. My boyfriend and I, we've known each other for 20 years. We've dated on and off for those 20 years. And we're together currently, but we kind of lost touch. I got married, got divorced, had a daughter, and when he had a spinal surgery. I have an implant in my spine due to a condition that I have. And when he heard about everything kind of falling apart, he quit his job on the other side of Canada and moved to Nova Scotia to be with my daughter and I. So
wow.
Amen.
Being selfish is definitely part of it.
I'm proud of him as a man.
Yeah, that's real big. That speaks words. It really, really does. And it's funny that you guys have done this on again, off again thing, but you guys keep coming back together on your path. Like you guys keep, you go away for a while, but then you come back together, back together.
It says how loving gets stubborn.
Yeah.
Very, very true. Very true. That's amazing.
But no, that's so great. I'm glad that you have that. You know, it's one of, like, I tell people all the time, you know, and a lot of people ask me why I have the relationship with Sabrina that I do. And one of the things that I tell them is when I was a kid, you know, when I would pray for things, I grew up in a poor household. I didn't know what success looked like, so I didn't know to pray for it. I didn't know to ask for it. You know, I didn't know what wealth looked like. The only thing that I wanted when I was a kid was love. You know, so I constantly saw my parents fight and physically abused, emotionally abused, drinking, alcohol, drugs, and there was nothing positive there for me to attain to. You know, so I remember being a kid and just praying to God that there was one person out there that loved as deeply as I loved and was as passionate as I was, and that could somehow put up with my crazy ass when, you know, like I get in my zone and I'm just not easy to put up. Oh, she looking at that. Who that? But, you know,
you needed something more kind of crazy, that's all.
Yeah. Yep.
It's one of those things that, you know, like, I know that it's difficult sometimes to be my wife because I'm not a normal person. You know, like, I care about dogs more than most people care about their spouses. You know, like, people think I'm joking when I say that, but I guarantee you I put more love into my dogs on my morning route than most people put into their spouses every day.
Yeah.
Like, I literally, I put love and energy into them. You know, like, and that's what it takes to build relationships. But we get so segregated because of society, and it tells us that we're different and that we need to be separate, and that, you know, one person has it better than the other person, and we're all struggling. We're all going through it, and none of us are different. You know, like, one of the things I love to say is, you know, I grew up with, my dad was a mechanic, you know, so I see people differently. I see people as the same car, just different paint jobs.
Right.
You know, like, you're the same make, you're the same model, you just have a different paint job. You know, but people like to look at cars, different cars, and be like, oh, they're completely different cars, and it's like, no, that's just a different color. You know, like
surprise.
It's the same machine. Like, it's a tool that gives you, you know, love, life, and, you know, communication, and you just got to take care of it.
Yeah. Yep, you do. Because if you take care of it, I mean, it lasts a long time, right?
Oh yeah.
It really, really does. You put the love and energy into it. It always makes it worth it. And everything you do, not just your relationships and your job and your careers and, you know, whatever way that you're moving. Give it all. Give it all. Because if you don't give it all, you're just putting yourself down at that point. So, and that's what I remind myself with us all the time. That this is just we're here almost 10 years in now. We go back and forth on how long we've actually been together because we were.
Because I was putting up with her shit while she was apparently, where's my fingers, talking to me.
Yeah, but regardless.
That's a generation gap right there. I was like, I think I love her. She's like, we're talking. I was like, what the fuck does that mean? Like, talking? I'm talking to my mailman. It doesn't mean that we're dating, does it? Like, and of course, she's like, Jimmy, you're so old. I'm like, yeah.
You're not that old. You just act old. But regardless of that, 10 years in now, where we're still growing. So, I mean, even if you are 20 years deep and things like that, you guys can still work on things. If you're 3 months into the relationship, you know, you can always work on it and always make it better. You just have to remember that you're a team. And a lot of times, even like through our challenge that we've been going through these 90 days, a lot of the focus is on yourself. So it's been hard for me personally to try to focus on myself, but then still be there for him too. Because he's focusing on himself, but we're trying to blend those two together, if that makes sense. So it's made it kind of frustrating because here I am over here trying to do my morning routine and he's yelling at me because he's ready to do this or we got to do this or whatever. And I'm like, I'm trying to do this stuff for me though. But then once again, you have to talk to each other. You have to communicate. And if you can't talk, your voice physically won't let you talk. That's where what's it called?
Honobono.
Yeah, that.
I hope I'm getting that right. If anybody watches this and you're Hawaiian and I'm messing that up, I want you to know, I love you and I'm grateful for knowing it. But no one told me how to say it, so.
We're gonna have to listen to it again just to make sure.
Yes. Oh no, did we lose Sanda?
Yeah, maybe.
I know sometimes it can glitch out a little bit.
Oh, we got all kinds of people too in the comments.
We got.
Now it's just me. Hey, wow. Well, I hope they come back. But yeah, like you said.
Yep, strong, got it strong.
Appreciate you on that down, man. I was trying to make sure that I had that taken care of. All right. I'm still getting used to all this new options that they give me on my board now. Oh, gotcha. No worries. Sanda, we love you. We know that you're Nova Scotia and we're in Georgia, so no worries.
That's crazy too. That's the best thing about all of this too, all the different people. Because I know Charles, he's right in here in the Peach State with us.
Yeah, he's right down the road.
Yeah, he's not far, but all these different people that we're able to touch and bring in. And two, share this with people. Share this with your friends and your family because Charles can attain to it. He's been there literally every day on this challenge with us. Every day on the show with us, it feels like. If he's not in the comments or on the show and things like that, it's great. I mean, it really is. It's great to have the support system. What do you think, Charles? Do you think that it's a good thing that other people need to join into?
Yeah, I think it's a great thing because it builds that confidence muscle that we don't have sometimes. Like, you know, it shows us that we can attain to it if we just believe in ourselves. And it's like you have somebody supporting you day in and day out, and it's like something is gonna have to click for yourself someday. You know what I mean? And it's just like that's the power of a support group. You know, just have your own circle, you have your own love, knowing that somebody's out there, and it's like all you have to do is think about those things. Like think about who is really in your circle, who is really for you, and just push all those other things out that's not for you, and focus on what's here for you and what you're in control of. And it's just like you'll have a great sense of yourself based off what you're doing and the people that's supporting you. So it's just like that's all we need, you know. That's all we need, and just keep moving forward based off, you know, what's coming in, based off what you're doing. So I feel like
I wish I understood that at your age, bro. Yeah. I wish I understood that at your age. You're so ahead of your time.
Yeah, you are.
Guys, in case you don't know, Charles
that's right over here is I have the honor of helping him and coaching him on this challenge. And pay attention. This man's going to do a lot of big things with his life.
Yep.
This is the beginning of it. But you're going to be able to go back to this show and be like, oh my God, I totally remember when you back in the day when you used to, come on Jimmy's show and now you're this, and the coach. And yeah, you saw him here first, okay? You remember that. You saw him here first.
Yep.
Charles, I'm really proud of you, my dude.
Yeah.
I really am. You do amazing things. Your growth inspires me daily.
Yep. For sure. For sure.
Absolutely. All right, real quick. I'm getting another message. I'm gonna see what it was. All right, let's see. If I'm still in there. Oh yeah, good. I thought I was gonna leave you again. It's a little crazy sometimes. You know how it is.
Oh, yeah.
All right, if you're watching and you sent me the text message, I just sent you the link so that you can come on as well. All right, Mr. Charles, I want to hold you up, but I want you to know that I love you. I want you to know that you can conquer this day, that the king lies within you. Embrace that.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. All right, well, I won't stay on here for too long. You guys take care.
Yeah.
You're good. We love you, brother.
Yeah, we love you.
All right.
Have a
You
good
guys.
day. We'll see you in the AM. If not
yeah.
before.
Diamonds are forever, brother. Diamonds are forever.
All right, guys. Take care.
Love you, buddy.
Love you.
Oh, he cut himself early on that one. I was waiting until he was done. He got himself. All right. So what I want you guys to understand is that I know and I get it. The reason that we do this show is to remind you that it's not easy, that it takes work, that you see two people that make mistakes,
Yep.
but two people that love each other.
Never claim to be perfect. We just work on perfection.
Yes. All right. If you just text me, Amber, I just sent you the link. Go ahead and take that link. It should bring you right into my backstage area, and I will bring you on.
So while we do that, we'll check our comments.
We'll check the comments.
Which I was trying to throw it out, but we were having
hold
some
on.
technical issues.
Let me help you out here real quick.
Gotcha. But
Look at all.
but my girl Bianca, if you're still on here, honey, yes, we will do this circus together. I need your help. I'm finally getting
Let's start
full up.
our own circuit, dude. That's so cool. What a great idea.
Yes, because I'm totally down for that.
That's so cool.
Even if we collaborate and we do it online or something, I'm totally down because she's awesome, guys. Go check her out. She really is.
If you don't know what I'm talking about, Bianca, you need to come on my show. I'm just gonna say that right now. You need to come on my show so people know how awesome you are. I know you're not having the best day today. And I love you. Yeah. We all have bad days. You can tell that I had a bad day. But I want you to know that it's nothing but love. Nothing but love. You guys are amazing. Look at Sanda on YouTube giving us love.
Say, yep.
I see you, Sanda.
That's okay. That's all right.
Look. I see you, Sanda.
Yeah.
I see you.
Yep.
But I want you guys to know the people that I bring on this show are people that have changed my life. These are people that have come into our life. And it may seem very small in the moment, but at the end of it, I truly understand how much they mean to me and how important they are to me. That's why I share them with you. You're amazing. You're beautiful.
Yeah.
We love you. And anything we can do to remind you of that, we're going to do it.
Yep.
So today, especially, I'm going to send this love out to Miss Sanda. I know that, every day you continue to be an inspiration to me. I know that the relationship that you have with your daughter, and I'm glad to hear that relationship that you're having with your boyfriend is going well. We love you. We love you. We want you to fill your cup up today. We want you to fill up and be happy and full. And before you give it out to anyone else, enjoy that. Enjoy that gift. Enjoy that love because you deserve it.
Yep.
And my main man, Charles. Charles, I salute you. I know that you put in the work, sir, and I'm proud of you.
Every day. Every
I'm
day.
proud of you. But soon we will be on the other side of this, and people will look back and be like, dude, I can barely remember the person that they used to be.
Yep, and he's definitely, oh, we love you back.
We love you too.
We love you back. We got comments on Facebook too.
We do. Oh, yeah. So, Bianca, I love you. You need to come on my show.
Well, yes.
You need to come on the show so I can share you with the world. But also, what I want you guys to understand is that you're here for a reason. You may think you're just watching at home. You may think that you can click on and stay in the comments, as Sabrina likes to say. But I want to encourage you to come on the show. I want to encourage you to reach out and just reach out into the world and know that we just absolutely love you. And there are people out here that are not going to jump on you or get you down. That there are people that are going to show you unconditional love. And I got a lot of love. It's a gift that I got.
It doesn't matter what it is.
Come take some of it.
If we haven't already been through it, we'll figure it out.
Yeah. If you need advice, like I want to explain something in the last moments before we hop off here. We went from homeless to owning our own home. We went from broke to wealthy, and that didn't involve money.
Yep.
And I went from a broken home where I had no idea what marriage or happiness looked like, and we created that together. The next thing that we have to master is business. And then there's nothing else to worry about.
Babies. Yay!
I'm not worried about babies. I think everybody out there knows that we're going to be great parents, and you got nothing to worry about in that way. So, Amber, I gave you time. I'm not seeing you. Let me double check. I'm not seeing you. I guess you didn't click the link.
We'll get you on Monday.
Yes, we'll be back on Monday. She'll be on. I'll be on. We'll be here sharing Honobono with you, sharing all the love, the light. We love you. So I want you to remember that if you're in the dark, if you can't see a way out, God gave me the gift to be the light to help you find the way out. It isn't about who you want to be. It's about who you were meant to be. And together we can find that. And together we can achieve that. So I believe in you. Set your limiting beliefs aside and know that greatness is waiting. And what'd you say there, Jimmy? What's that word? What's that word? Yes, I said it. Greatness. Because you deserve it. And we love you. So go out and get it. All right. Much love. Much love. We're going to wrap it. You hear the beeper going off. That means it's 10 o'clock and we got stuff to do. So we love you. Go conquer the world. Know that this day was made for you.
Yep.
And go live it.
And if you need a reminder, we'll be back here Monday morning.
Yep. Monday. See you then. I'll probably be back on here now that I can do the show from anywhere. It's on, baby. It's on. All right. So, Boo Boo, I'm going to let you take this one out. How you going to end it?
So, pay attention. Okay?
Stay tuned.
And witness our growth.
We love you.
We love you guys.